Hello everyone, Joe Neat here, Executive Producer on Sea of Thieves with another weekly dev update. So first of all, welcome back and Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone had a really great break. So first I want to talk about January's content update, which is coming next week on Wednesday the 15th of January. And this is entitled Legends of the Sea. And so kind of the main activity that we're introducing as part of this is all about the players that we've immortalised that ultimately have kind of become legendary as part of their exploits in the world of Sea of Thieves itself. This is something that we've been doing since kind of the technical alpha, so really early on when we first started kind of seeing these cool stories our players were up to and immortalising them in the world. We love this, but they've kind of, all of these things have been kind of put into the world and they're there and they're kind of hidden away as Easter eggs that people can discover, and if you're really up to kind of speed with the lore of the world and with player activities, then you'll kind of recognise them and understand them. But we really wanted to kind of make this a more formal part of the Sea of Thieves game. And so with the Legends of the Sea update, there's a new NPC now coming into the world called Umbra, that for those of you that may have kind of read the art book, you might recognise that name and recognise this really cool kind of heavily tattooed character. So Umbra's going to be tasking you with going out and finding and recording all of these immortalizations in the world. And if you do that, there'll be commendations tied to it, and ultimately there'll be new tattoos that you can earn for your character as part of this too. We always talked about like players and their exploits and these kind of legendary stories and moments that would happen in the game, and that we wanted to recognise them. And so this is just our way of kind of making it official and taking all of these cool Easter eggs that we've put in and actually kind of wrapping some cool gameplay around it. So there's some really cool kind of exploration and discovery gameplay that comes in as part of this. Like, we're really happy about this, and obviously as we look to the future and as we look to bring in future kind of immortalizations for stories that are yet untold, then they'll tie into this in the future too. So that's kind of the Legends of the Sea. That's kind of one of the core activities that's coming. There's a bunch of other stuff that's coming as part of this. I'll hit a few of the quality of life updates first of all, but then next week we'll actually share more as part of the kind of content update trailer, so you'll be able to see everything that's coming and obviously the build notes and everything else. But I really just kind of wanted to hit this key thing because it's something we really like. We're really kind of proud of. We love that we can celebrate our players in this way, and they can become an even more kind of official part of the Sea of Thieves experience. So yeah, really just kind of wanted to talk about that and share that and make sure people kind of understand the kind of this cool new thing that we're bringing into the game. Some of the quality of life updates. So if you watched the dev update before the holidays, you'll know that I talked about crossplay preference and adventure. So this is something we've been in testing with insiders over the holidays. Testing's gone well, we feel good about this, so this is going to be coming in as part of the January update. So reminder of how this works. This is something that's been in for Arena for a little while. So if you're on console and you're using a controller, you will have an option to just play with other console players using controller, and that will be a preference that you set in the settings. As per the Arena setting, you can leave this as is if you want, and so you can continue to play full crossplay with everybody in the crossplay pool, or if you choose on console with controller to play with others on console with controller, then that's your choice too, and it will be the preference that you set. So that will be in the settings for you to go find from the 15th. Just a couple of other little kind of quality of life updates that are coming as part of this. So the storage crates that you can discover across the Sea of Thieves can now spawn with a range of kind of goodies inside. So like the fruit crate, for example, could have fruit inside. So again, just kind of enriching that emergent world and that sense of discovery a little bit. A couple of cool little tweaks that we've made in Arena too. So in Arena specifically, sunken ships, now when a ship sinks, it will sink kind of faster, meaning your new ship will appear quicker. So this will really help the kind of flow of kind of battle and combat within this and getting back into the action quicker within Arena. And also at the start of a session of Arena previously, like there could be a chance if there was a storm kind of in your arena, you might start within the storm, which could be a bit frustrating and a bit of a disadvantage. So now at the start of an Arena session, we'll make sure that nobody starts in the storm. Storms will still be present as a chance of happening in Arena, but no one will actually actively start in them. So you'll have more control over the kind of initial Arena session at the start. So obviously a lot more than that is coming in the January 15th update, but we'll share more than that next week in our content update trailer and in the build notes and everything else. But I just wanted to hit some of the kind of top line stuff that's coming. Moving on from the Legends of the Sea update, I wanted to talk a little bit about just some kind of discussions and conversations we've been having internally, just around the kind of dev updates, so the weekly dev updates that we've been putting out, talking to everybody and sharing information and looking as we head into this next year and as we really kind of just building our process around supporting monthly updates for the game. We've been looking at the dev update and, does it still make sense on a weekly basis? Is there still kind of interesting and important stuff to share on that regular cadence? Is there other ways that we can communicate? Is there other kind of ways we can give behind the scenes looks at things that are going on at the studio? And so we're kind of revising a little bit. That was a big fly just came in the middle there. They'll even see that one on camera. Jesus. Like a bat. So weekly dev updates have made sense for a long time in terms of us regularly communicating and talking about what's coming. But as we've shifted to this monthly update approach, we think it makes sense to focus our kind of dev updates around the monthly updates themselves. We also want to make some space in our video schedule for some more behind the scenes looks and kind of first looks at upcoming things. We also want to get the opportunity for some more members of our development team to kind of chat to you and stuff, and a bit of a spotlight across different parts of the team. And also to highlight some of the cool stuff that our players are kind of doing with the cool stories and videos and all the content that people are creating. We want to kind of highlight that and share that with people too. So what you can expect to see in a typical month is we'll have Sea of Thieves video updates twice a month, which will include the kind of dev update sections, which will be me or someone else on the team talking to you in the way that we have in the past, just around things that are coming or the top topics in our community. We'll have first looks at upcoming features, that behind the scenes kind of look at things that are coming. And we'll also be kind of focusing on some of the cool stuff that our creators are up to, whether that's spotlights on creators or just highlights of some of the cool stuff that people are doing out in the world. And so alongside that, of course, when we do a monthly content update, we'll be doing our content update trailer as well, which really focuses on just all of the cool stuff that's coming as part of that update itself. So we'll still be communicating to you around the same topics and the same kind of insights and answering the same kind of questions, but also just trying to inject some more just different things into the content that we're sharing and different kind of perspectives. So, those behind the scenes looks and those getting some just insights from different members of the development team about what we're doing and how we think it's going to be really interesting. So looking forward to this, bit of a change, but just wanted to let everyone know that that's going to be how we're going to be kind of rolling this out. So you'll see this rolling kind of out over the next month or so as this kind of new process rolls out. So what that means is, for now, so for this week, obviously I'm talking to you normal dev update style, and next week it's our content update is coming out. So next week our content update trailer will be the kind of key video that we're releasing next week. So I think that's it from me. Really excited to be back in the new year, kind of energized and excited about the year ahead. We've got a ton of cool stuff coming, really excited about next week's update, and then a bunch of stuff kind of beyond that. So yeah, just a really exciting time again to be back here at the start of 2020, and another kind of full year of Sea of Thieves goodness ahead. So I will, as always, see you on the seas. What will I do every other week? The videos were the last thing they trusted me with. Oh, hey everyone. So as always, if you like today's video, feel free to like, subscribe, or click that little ship's bell, and we'll see you next week. No, maybe not. I don't know. Who knows?